Out on the long, sun-scorched stretch between Alice Springs and Uluru, where the red dirt kisses the sky and silence echoes louder than words, there stands a place that has weathered more than its fair share of seasons, Curtin Springs Station. This isn't just a cattle station. It's not just a tourist stop. It's a legacy of the Outback. A lifeline on the Lassiter Highway. A symbol of grit carved deep into the heart of the Northern Territory. And yet today, there's an uneasy stillness in the air. A quiet that doesn't belong. Because this year, something is missing. It's been pretty ordinary, says Lyndee Severin, standing under the fading Outback sun. She owns and runs Curtin Springs with her husband Ashley. We certainly can't say it's been a good season at all. She doesn't speak with anger. She speaks with the resignation of someone who knows how to fight through drought, flood, fire, and now, dwindling visitors. Curtin Springs has been a pioneer. Decades ago, when few thought tourism could flourish so far from the cities, they opened their gates. They didn't wait for roads to be perfect or for brochures to arrive in shiny print. They created experiences. They shared the land, the stories, the silence. But today, in the middle of peak season, when the desert should be humming with the sound of caravan engines and camera shutters, the reality feels different. The cattle prices have dropped. The market is sluggish. And so the Severins, like many Outback producers, have turned to tourism, not as a side hustle, but as a lifeline. As survival. And still, the crowds are thinner. The bookings fewer. The hope, quieter. Yes, the highways are full. Yes, the campervans and caravans are rolling through during the school holidays. But they aren't stopping like they used to. They aren't walking into the roadhouse for a cold drink and a hot story. They're passing through, rushing to the icon without pausing for the story behind the dust. This is the paradox of Outback tourism. The vastness that draws you in can also isolate those who depend on your presence. Curtin Springs isn't just a waypoint. It's a destination with its own soul. It's red dirt beneath your boots and homemade paper made from Spinifex grass. It's the scent of station cooked meals and the wisdom of those who've seen more sunrises than most will ever count. It's not Uluru. It's not Alice. But it's the beating heart that connects the two. And in this season, it's a heart that's beating a little slower. Lyndee and Ashley aren't new to challenge. Their station has been a schoolhouse, a business, a home, and a refuge. They've built fences not just to manage cattle, but to hold on to a dream. A dream of a station that's more than beef. A station that tells a story. A station that welcomes strangers and sends them back changed. But dreams need visitors. They need people willing to pause on the journey. To stop, to listen, to learn. Because the Outback isn't just a backdrop for Instagram photos. It's a living, breathing, working place. And it's struggling. Curtin Springs isn't alone. Across the territory, beef producers are leaning into tourism, trying to weather the storm of falling cattle prices. They're offering rooms, campsites, guided walks, insight into life lived under an endless sky. But when the crowds come and don't stop, when the wheels spin past without turning in, it's more than revenue that's lost. It's a connection, a shared moment, a chance to keep these Outback communities alive. This isn't just about one station. It's about what happens when the lifeblood of tourism starts to run dry in the places that need it most. It's about families who've poured decades into the land, who've endured hardship with quiet strength and still found the grace to welcome travelers with dusty boots and open hearts. The red center of Australia is more than a postcard, more than a tick box on a travel itinerary. It's made up of places like Curtin Springs, people like the Severins, and they're still here, still holding the line, still offering a place to rest and stories to share. But they can't do it alone. Because when the tourists pass by without stopping, when the school holidays bring only traffic and not connection, the silence grows louder. And the question begins to echo, how much longer can they hold on? Curtin Springs will survive. That's what Outback people do. But survival shouldn't come at the cost of being forgotten. So if you're on that long, dusty road between Alice and Uluru, don't just drive. Pull in, step out, shake the red dust from your shoes and sit a while. There's a story waiting. There's a station still standing. There's a heartbeat in the desert, and it's worth hearing.